Yes. You gotta watch out what you say, okay? Because you don't want to say bad things. Okay, ground teeth. It's what ground teeth. It's witchcraft. And pedophilia goes right along with that. That's right. Andrew, you have been very vocal. She has. And Anthony panels like crazy. Why not join? Yeah, why don't you join? Because nobody else has got this stuff on you, Andrew. Nobody else.
Welcome to What's Up, Dog? One word, capital W, capital U, capital D, as in a dog named Wood. Also from Hands to Paws Grooming Salon in Citrus County, Beverly
Come
Hills.
on, Argo.
Paws is the doodle capital of the world, right next to Ocala, the horse capital of the world. What's up, dog? Can you hear?
Can you hear? Yeah. Sorry, Argo's outside.
No worries. I'm going to do a review. Are you in a place where you can sit and listen to this review?
Yeah.
All right. So this is my sister, Nicole, who is an expert in many things. Nicole, would you like to tell everybody who you are?
Claudia's sister Nicole. I currently am a special ed teacher. I was previous a case manager, and being a case manager, I was a DCF caseworker. And I've got a bull terrier that's outside in the frost. It won't come inside.
And this is a channel where we talk all things dog. I'm streaming on 2 platforms tonight. My regular home Facebook page, which will eventually become just a Sunday morning coffee chat, just to chat, and off of YouTube, What's Up Dog, where we started a YouTube channel to talk all things dog and wound up in the middle of and involved in the Summer Wells case. So we got involved because of the dogs, which are all doing really, really well. The Humane Society has been able to get most of the dogs. There's puppies. A YouTuber took a puppy. The puppy's name is Athena. And there are still puppies. Everybody looks really healthy and well taken care of. And the dog community as a whole came together to make sure that those dogs on the Summer Wells property, where Summer Wells had a dog named Lucky, who she couldn't say Lucky because she's 5 years old, so she called her baby Yucky. And she is the official poster child for awareness. And what awareness, you ask? Well, as this case moves on and on in the true crime community, we're not quite sure what we're being made aware of, but we need to be made aware. And some of the things we're being made aware of is very, very, very horrifically traumatic. So, Nicole, you've been super busy, right?
Yes. I have been.
Yeah, you got really what? Yeah, you got sick too.
I got sick. I went to Bartow. I've been working. And probably I've forgotten something that's happened. My bull terrier's freaking out outside. I don't know if you've mentioned this, but it's like frozen here in Florida. We're
So
frozen.
yeah, we're freezing here in Florida. It's all of about 40 degrees, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I think it's colder than that.
And we had to wear sweaters.
No, we had to wear winter coats. No, we had to go deeper than that. We are frozen. There was like frost on the ground. I think it was snowing in Brooksville. Someone said to me.
So tell, because everybody's not from Florida, Nicole, what would Brooksville be? A really rural town here in horse country.
Yeah, but it's really pretty. I like it there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But very, very rural. Ocala still is, in comparison to metropolitan areas, very rural. I'm originally from New Mexico, and then was transplanted in New York, which was a culture shock. And Nicole, were born in New Mexico, but really grew up in New York. Am I right?
Sorry, I didn't hear. Yeah, New York's my hometown.
Yeah, so we definitely cross the line. We're definitely not Southern Belles, though one of my most favorite mentoring women on the planet is a Southern Belle. And I'd like to think of us also, every woman, especially strong women, have mentors, and then that mentor, you become a mentor, and then you become a mentor, the people that you mentor become mentors, and that becomes really great leadership. So in any capacity, but especially from women, because women should be so very supportive of other women in business and other women succeeding. And a lot of what we talk about, because this channel is new, and my niche, truly, Nicole is the makeup lady, and I'm really the dog lady. So my real niche is dogs. I wound up involved in the true crimes community, which doesn't surprise me for all sorts of reasons. However, not really a true crime channel. We are discussing Summer Wells, and I have just fell in love with the true crime community during a soap opera. I don't know how else, but during a soap opera. So, I'm streaming off of StreamYard, which is fantastic. And I follow Think Media, who talks about how to make thumbnails. Thumbnails are what you would call clickbait, how to deliver good content, how to be prepared, how to monetize. You have to do certain things within YouTube and or Facebook in order to achieve certain goals. You would have to go in the back of your communities and find out what those are. And as a leader of a salon and an owner of a salon business, and somebody that's been in the dog business for 38 years, I have officially made Summer Wells and all her dogs the champions of awareness, because we're going to call it AB because we have to be aware of words we use on YouTube, but it travels downhill. And unfortunately, I'm not gender shaming, but it usually will start male, female, child, dog. And children or dogs are on the bottom of that. And what we're learning in the Summer Wells case is not only is Summer Wells and her dogs bringing awareness to neglect and abuse, but SA kind of abuse, which is being spoken about rampantly. And then the abuse of inner families with addictions, in-house trafficking their children to support their addictions. And in this case, we may even have YouTubers that are involved and churches that are involved. Whoa. Let me just go through the
It sounds like I missed quite a bit last week.
Girl, you got to be on this case every single day. Something happens to the players. So, cast of characters.
Oh, wait. I forgot to confess one thing that happened to me last week. Oh, God. It's okay. Keep talking.
Cast of characters. Cast of characters would be Don and Candace Wells, parents of Summer Wells, and 3 brothers. Little girl, you saved your brothers. You got them out of there. Cast of characters. Mother, Candace, has a mother named Grandma, who also had a daughter named Rose, who also disappeared. I think it was 8 or 9 years ago. What is it that you say are the chances of 2 people going missing in the same family. What is this you say? Cast of characters: best friend Allie, who has a 15-year-old son named H. We're not going to talk much about H because he is a child. He is innocent until proven guilty. And if for any reason whatsoever it should turn out that this young man is involved in this case, he is a minor and he needs to be protected. Period. H has a father named Andrew. Ooh, scary, creepy character. Allie, Andrew, Grandis. Have I missed anybody? We have a cast. We have the Seventh Day Avid. Say it, Nicole.
Adventist.
Adventist Church. Adventist Church. Also involved. Cast of characters: Robin.
Robin, that's who I was going to say.
Where is Ren tonight? Tell me if I missed anybody. Have I missed any of the cast of characters?
I don't know where Ren is, but I don't think so. Did you mention the friend of Dawn?
Allie. Allie is the friend of.
No, wasn't there another male friend?
Well, we have Jose, who stayed at the house, who apparently was just quite the Latin lover. Hey, Pat, what are you doing, Pat? We're talking about Summer Wells. You'll enjoy this. You gotta be up to date, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a review, and it's intended to have some humor in it. So, cast of characters: Jose, who apparently was a Latin lover and was passed around amongst the ladies, who also has SA charges in the past against him. Cast of characters: Daddy has SA charges against him. His firstborn son, who he once tried to sell at the age of 2, also has SA charges against him. Do we have the cast of characters? Do you remember the 80s? Because this is Rosanna Donna, and I'm here to tell you. Oh no, Mr. Don. Are you too young for that, Nicole?
I don't remember that, no.
So Rosanna Donna was a very famous character by a very famous comedian named Lily Tomlin, who would go on and do a newscast in this kind of voice, that Rosanna Donna voice. Now let me go through a cast of characters and I'll get back to the 80s and Rosanna Donna. You have something to say? Should I do my Megan?
Every time I want to say something, I forget it because you choose that.
You just put your little finger up, little girl. That's all I need you to do if you have some input here. I know you're on a time limit. Cast of YouTube characters. So, on our discovery of YouTube and our niche, while we got involved in the 21 dogs on Summerwell's property, because I'm a dog person, we have a cast of YouTubers. This story gets deep and complicated. So, cast of YouTubers. Bad guy, Benny.
Benny.
Ernie,
it was Benny.
Ernie, good guy, character, superhero, actor, will be famous. Available to you on YouTube. Operation Rescue Your Children. Operation Rescue Your Children. Actually doing something politically out there on the scene, going after Benny. Bad guy. Cher. I don't know much about Cher except Shut Up, Cher. Shut Up, Cher. Sung by Doug from No Thanks. Doug and... Hold on, I just blanked out on a name. And Josh from the Lab 2.0 were friends. They had a little separation. However, they are becoming friends again because of Chris McDonough, the leader of the pack from the interview room, who educates us, guides us on body language, questioning, observation, and general awareness. Well, Ernie, superhero, Operation Rescue Our Children, who also always makes us aware of NSOPW. NSOPW, it is an app that you can put it. Have you put it on your phone, Nicole?
No, I'm going to write it down.
NSOPW, which is an app who tells you the predators
Oh, yes, we talked about
in your
this.
neighborhood. Not only does that, it gives you the level of predator, it gives you their picture, and it gives you their charges. Best app recommended by Superhero Ernie. I'm a fan. Say whatever you want. He has a super interesting background. Judge as you may, judge as you will. Speak any content that you want to speak, except he's speaking about saving our children. So remember that. And thank you to Doug from No Thanks, who will also let everybody know, because of Gabby Petito and her family, this hand signal, which is like sign language, to teach everybody, if you are in distress and a police officer, or you're in a car, or you cannot tell somebody that you're in distress, this is sign language and the distress hand signal. Please pay it forward. It is already saving lives. All right. Rosanna said the other night, Chris McDonough did the interview where he broke down Candace's house and what Don Wells said about Summer being kept in a dungeon, because her room was a dungeon. Her room was a dungeon. Nicole.
Yeah, but didn't they sleep down there too? So they were all in the dungeon.
No, just the dad did, Nicole. The room was a dungeon, a tortured dungeon. The dad slept with her in the dungeon. It was damp. It was locked in. If I were that little girl, as her dad said, she was always outside playing where the sun was shining, and she wasn't in the dungeon. Rosanna, Donna, here to give you a news update. Her hero, Ernie, is on YouTube calling Benny kitty, 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 because all the police are in the chats. All the police are in the chats.
I'm sure they are.
True Crime Exposed and from Doug from No Thanks and the lab are all paying attention to what is going on with the other YouTubers who may somehow be connected in all of this. Now, sidelines, we had a group. They were called Heels on the Ground. There was a woman. You might remember her from the Gabby Petito case. Her name was Born Betty. What's up, Doc? Bullhair Betty had a sidekick, Molly Golightly. Well, Molly and Betty broke up.
They did?
What?
All this happened last week?
And now Molly is having, Molly Golightly is having breakdowns and apparently trashing her patrons. Those are people that subscribe to your channel and pay to watch your content. Well, Bullhorn Betty finally got back on YouTube to have some coffee time. Both these ladies have caused new channels. You're Never Bored on YouTube, which, excuse me.
What was that?
What is going on back here? What are you doing? Okay. Sorry, dog's getting in trouble because this is a world about
did
dogs.
they get in the garbage?
So, Bullhorn Betty is back doing her coffee channel, and they, between the two of them, have created brand new content on YouTube, which is called Trash Betty and Bullhorn, Trash Molly and Bullhorn Betty content. And I can think of at least 3 channels that are doing them. The clever ones are making skits and make it funny, because some of it, guys, is funny. So, while Ernie got beat, to Rosanna, Donna, I want to give you a news flash that Ernie got beat up the other night. Ernie got beat up from Rosanna, Donna. However, there is a preacher involved. There is a preacher and there is a new channel I want to tell you about. 2 new channels. One is called Dumpster Clips. So if you want to do the drama, please check out Dumpster Clips. They're brilliant. They're only giving you the funny pieces that you really need to know about. You don't have to watch their 3-hour lives, just the parts that are worth watching. By the way, it's called Dumpster Clips. Funny,
Okay.
Funny. Okay. The other channel, and here's where it gets deep. The things that the people are talking about in this true crime community that has exposed, which is why Summer Wells and her dogs are becoming awareness poster child for things that I don't really want to be aware of. In fact, I'm going to be really serious right now and tell you that True Crime Exposed is absolutely one of my favorite channels, and I go on his panel often. However, H's dad is a creeper. Ladies and gentlemen, you can defend him till you're blue in the face. I'm going to tell you, he is saying evil, he is speaking evil, he is claiming evil. Period. As a religion, and all over his other signs and symbols, which I am not going to educate everybody on because they are harsh. They are so harsh. That is why every time these YouTubers go on, they are being watched closely by the FBI, the TBI, the whatever police need to be in there, the internet police, and they need to be in there because they need to be finding out and breaking up these rings. Chris McDonough made the most powerful statement. He made the most powerful statement. He said, imagine being in this kind of activity and having a web page. Parents, pay attention. You don't have to like Ernie, and you can think he just wants to be a movie star. Anybody that's speaking about making sure that our children in America are safe is speaking the right thing. Okay. And he might go on and be a movie star. That's okay. We had a movie star as a president, whether you liked him or not. So now he's speaking, and I went on Ernie's on True Crime Exposed panel. Ernie was on, and another gentleman is on, and his name was Carl. Carl has a channel called Enchanted Life Path. Well, have you heard about conspiracy theories? Hello, this is Rosanna Donna, and it is Monday night on YouTube at What's Up Dog. And if you've ever thought about a conspiracy theory in your life coming to reality YouTube, please go look at the Enchanted Life Path. So now, I'm an 80s girl. We have jumped from Saturday Night Live and Rosanna Donna all the way into a horror movie where the girl falls when she's looking for the bones, and then she adopts a puppy of Summer Wells. And then we get Kitty ranting on his YouTube channel. By the way, if you're ever missing, I don't even like to give out the name of his YouTube channel because it is so horrific. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. He's just terrible. And today, his rant was his reasons why women, whether it's a mother or a sister, anybody, has the ability to shame him. And he just went on demoralizing women for, I don't know, as long as his breath allowed. Oof. I hope
I missed a lot.
and I hope they're listening. So Ernie's on him. Ernie's on him. Don't come on my channel, people. I don't do those kind of interviews because devils be gone. Devils be gone. So Enchanted Life Path, it's quite an update, right, Nicole? Enchanted Life Path is the piece of the movie when you walk into the elder's room when he explains to you what the numbers, what the symbols, what the pandas with unicorns, what black eyes, what connects to what in all the colors and the hidden and the hidden and the hidden, to the point you go, I don't know if I want to be paying attention to this anymore because it's scary. Because now we're connecting both things. Let me tell you his name again. Carl from Enchanted Life Path. So, if you thought you were watching a preview for the next Netflix series because you were interested, you may just have. If you wanted to see a Lifetime movie, this would be it. Now, my sister just cut out. Now, let me tell you the good thing. it is bringing awareness. It is stomping awareness over anybody that's listening to YouTube. And you know what? You should be listening to
Yeah, I don't know. I
YouTube.
lost you for a minute.
Yeah, you froze up. And whether it's the drama that's going on, which is, you know, I would like to have been in another life, I would have loved to have been a writer. I would have really loved that. However, that is not in my cards. But when I watch a story like this, I see story, just like when I saw 21 dogs, I saw a pack within a pack within a pack. I see a storyline, I see a storyline, I see a storyline. I see a community arguing and fighting and then coming together. I see a community that is able to speak their thoughts. I see a community because Ernie has gotten, you saw a drama community and then you see a community of people getting together. So here's the leaders. And some of them I'm wondering, because you know I like to speculate, I'm wondering if True Crime Exposed isn't an undercover. I'm wondering if Enchanted Life Path, which I think he's more on the religious. I mean, ooh, you go into his room and you're like, oh, this is like a scary movie for realsy. And I'm making light of the things because there needs to be some humor brought into this. No Thanks did a live the other night that was brilliant. His humor is great. He was making fun of Dawn Wells and the way he does, and had me literally rolling. Tears, but not tears of sadness, but you know, tears of break that tension, bring the humor in it.
Make me laugh.
So as the writer in me says storyline. Even the drama content of the channels, even the rewards of the people, you will never see when we're discussing Summer Wells, you will never see this channel. We want this channel to monetize. We will be taking donations, but we will not take anything in the name of Summer Wells. We will ask if you want to donate, to please donate to the Hawkins County Humane Society in Tennessee in Summer Wells' names for her puppies and to support that community. So how deep does this go? How deep does it really go? Who are people talking to? Why are these people allowed to rant about abuse? What exactly is being exposed? The father of H, who we will not discuss because he is a minor, has now opened a webpage where he publicly is baiting other YouTubers in his devil worshipping style. I am not judging anybody for being in and out of being incarcerated in any way, shape, or style, except this guy is showing his colors. And he is out and out, out and out. This other community is challenging. So so let me explain this for you. Rosanna, Donna coming back. We got the bad guys and we got the good guys. The bad guys saying the bad things and the good guys saying the good things. We got a bunch of characters over here, right? They're a little flashy. They do drugs. They talk about women and children in super inappropriate ways. And we got the good guys. They're very polite. They call out the bad guys. And both of them have a pressure challenge campaign going on. So, did I mention I go on True Crime Exposed quite a bit? And he knows I talk about the Summer Wells case. And he said to Mr. Not the good guy, the bad guy. I don't know which finger I did my good guy and bad guys with. But he said he could go on my channel for an interview. No, you cannot. Absolutely not. Devil be gone. No devil in this channel. Absolutely not. You stay with the guys that are putting the pressure on you and calling you out and getting together. Where did you have dinner? Goofy drugs? Yeah, I did have goofy drugs. They're gonna do a little more comedy on the scenario that's going on around these parts into YouTube. By the way, let me tell you something else. You want some YouTube gossip? I got some. This is Claudia mimicking Rosanna Donna on a Monday night. And now the gossip community, the haters of Molly Golightly, are accusing her of being a pedo because when she was in her 20s,
A veto.
apparently she had relationship with a famous young man when he was 15 or 16. It's like rapid fire. So Kitty was comparing her to real SA abusers of children. And if that doesn't tell you a story about that YouTube guy and that YouTube channel, I don't know what does. Not in my room. Not on my room. True Crime Exposed, Ernie, Enchanted Life Path, and some of these YouTubers that really go on there and they dig deep. You can deal with those guys. I'm just going to talk about you over here in a little bit lighter of a fashion because you're too not well for me. However, I will speak for Ernie. I will speak for True Crime Exposed, and I will speak for any of the good guys that are speaking the good language. I will. Some of the stuff, guys, get the true content. Will the true content providers show themselves? Will the true content providers show themselves? Because you will. Because I know that our part in this, otherwise than keeping it updated and staying involved in the community that we love, the content part of this is coming to a close. Because the rest of the content that I have for this case is truly based around the dogs and me pulling video of the dogs so we can discuss real life dog behavior, because the YouTubers, whether they were in the drama part, they were in the Just Say Summer Wells part, whether they were figuring out content, whether they were making content on other YouTubers, I don't know, they got some great footage. And I'm appreciative that I have Chris McDonough to learn from. I'm appreciative that I have the YouTubers and that I've watched YouTubers have altercations. And here's my favorite part: turn their setbacks into comebacks. And not all of them are doing it. The real content providers are showing themselves. And how are they doing it? They're doing it by humility. They're doing it by making public mistakes. And they're doing it by actually changing what they're doing. And when that started to happen, and I'm talking to you, Doug, I'm talking to you, any of the YouTube, I'm talking to Josh from the lab. I'm proud of you guys. You guys went on, you had your altercation. Doug, you lost your temper. I inadvertently wound up in it, and I have gained nothing but respect for you. Nothing but respect for you. So I'm happy to be a part of, and I feel like I belong in this little group of true crimers. I have your back because I believe in what you're doing. And that includes Ernie Shell. So, and I know people love to talk about him. The more you talk about him, the more you're going to make him famous. Go for it. Nicole?
Well, I can't look at you. You know I can't.
Okay, I won't do it. Man, I practice because she's so serious about it. She doesn't change, doesn't blink an eye, nothing, man.
I know. I wonder if she knows she does that.
I'm sure. She's a beautiful woman. She watches herself all the time. She's a super smart lady.
I don't know what I could have provided that would have been any better than that wrap up there. I guess next time maybe we could talk about the content of the dogs. Can you get water? My daughter's demanding ice cream.
Hey, daughter.
So,
hey, niece.
I'd like to hear more about
ice cream the other night.
Hello. She says
no,
hi.
That's not cool. Did I do something bad? Tell me, Ren.
Get some water.
I don't want to do anything bad.
She's choking me.
I'm happy to see some humor come into this situation because it will have resolution. How deep does this go? How much more challenging is going to happen? I don't know. I really don't.
Well, I'd like to hear more about the dogs, maybe at the next slide. And
well, I'm still working on, because I've been so busy with the salon, and I don't mean like busy, like I've been at the salon a lot. I've been taking care of some. Oh, okay.
I feel like, there's been so much speculation, so much YouTube. I don't like that maybe some of it's coming off of Summer Wells, and now it's just becoming about the YouTubers and whatever. I don't know if I really like that, but I guess that is what it is.
Yeah, well, boy, did we get an education. Boy, did I get an education. I don't think they've ever had anything like this ever. However, I do think that it is, I think there's a lot of people involved that are going to expose a lot of important things. And when we're speaking about, making sure that kids are protected, however that awareness comes, because we don't deal with it now, we're going to be, there is no avoiding it. We've got to discuss it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the middle of it. Somehow, the guys I'm backing are super strong about it, and I'm going to let them take the lead and just be very supportive of them. However, I do not, on this channel, which is a dog channel, I'm not inviting that evil on.
No, we only have good things on this channel. Right.
So I think, we're still going to discuss it, and I think I'm going to do the reviews, and it is, I'm in it. I'm not leaving my team now, Nicole. I'm not leaving Chris McDonough. I'm not leaving Michelle from Michelle Walks. And if you want real logical content, because at this point, you want to go to Michelle from Michelle After Dark.
Right.
She will give you all the logical content, or Chris McDonough from the interview room. But what else is happening is we have pressure campaigns going on literally on YouTube. It is a war that's never been fought on social media the way it is being fought. And it is absolutely, they are challenging the law. They are out and out challenging law enforcement. Law enforcement is all over this. The social media police, you go get them, guys.
Yeah.
You go get them. You pay attention to every chat. I pay attention because, like Kitty's rant today, it was a rant over his true feelings about how he feels shamed and demoralized, and how women can do this, and he thinks he's doing it in some kind of public positive, and people follow him. A lot of people follow him, and the thoughts behind that are so bad. And then you have to wonder, I like a little conspiracy theory here. Who's working with who? True crime, you know what I mean? Who's actually the people that are doing the work to lure the other people out? And these very, very, very bad characters are coming out, and how they're challenging them in ways they've never challenged before. And then you bring in the Enchanted Path, and he's gonna, he's gonna scarily bring you home with the spiritual battle. So, and he's going to explain it just like you're in a movie. Just like you're in a movie, and your eyes are gonna go, oh, wait, can I get my eyes super big like Lucille Ball?
Oh, now you're talking. Love Lucille Ball.
So, and then, I went on Everyday Shenanigans, and I love her. She's actually a Tennessee resident. She ain't putting up with nothing, and that's my kind of girl. And she was like, Miss Claudia, you have to wrap your head around that parents can do this to your children, to their children. And then you have to wrap your head around that and all the other unwindings of this case. Not Don and Candace, because they're the least interesting, because they're addicts and they're abusive. Don had the police called on him tonight. They're going to implode amongst themselves. He had the police called him because he's abusive and he's choking his wife. And her mother is back on the property, Grandis, who also has the missing daughter, Rose. And apparently she called. But it reminds me of the Gabby Petito case when they took her out of the car and she was shaking, and her energy was frenetic and she didn't want to give up her abuser. And she was just willing to take the blame. And I'm not saying Candace is innocent, but I'm saying that this situation is such a pressure cooker. And I'm watching over YouTube them intentionally put pressure on people, and the bad guys intentionally challenge back.
Right.
And are we going to wind up with another crime amongst a crime? Is that what's going to happen?
Oh, sorry. I hope
Because
not.
we've watched even YouTubers that aren't under the kind of pressure that these other people are under crack and crumble. We've watched it. I've watched it. They were all gung-ho, but then they cracked and crumbled. We've watched people's friendships come apart and unhinged.
And we've watched some come together.
And we've watched friendships fall apart, and they've come back stronger, right? They've come back. They did
Sorry,
a checklist. They went up, checklist bad, up, checklist that didn't work, up, checklist got too involved. And they made public appearances on changing how they were going to deliver content moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
4 years from now, you'll never know that this was a learning curve for them. That's all it was. They took that setback and they turned it right into a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the privilege of watching how they did it.
From ground up.
Right, because they fell down and they got up, right? And they're great men with great stories, all of them. So that's my crew right now. That's my crew. And if any of them are police officers, if they're doing the social networking and they're going after these guys, whatever I can do to help. But I'm a little bit of a wimp. I just want to really walk with the dogs. I don't want to be inviting them on my channel at all.
Right.
I really want to deliver some amazing content, but I will go on their panels and I will support them. And when I talk about supporting YouTubers, when you're talking about, I'm going to support YouTubers with a cause because it's important to me. So, and we have Ziggy, who we can watch the puppy grow up with, who's going to be kind enough to let everybody watch the puppy. And
nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye on the other channels, but I'm not gonna disengage with my guys. Like, Ernie's only gonna be with us for about 45 more days, and then some lucky woman, if they give Ernie a chance, he's gonna be looking for his future wife. I'm too old. I'm grandma Ernie. Otherwise, man. Hey, don't hate Ernie because he's gorgeous, right? Just don't be a hater because he's so good looking. He can own that camera. That is not a good reason not to like Ernie. It's a really bad one. And by the way, Doug is no, he's not bad looking either. He's like, if you like tattoos. Yeah. Hey, I can look, ladies and gentlemen. Not doing anything over here. I'm just looking. What else? And Josh is a sweetheart. He's still figuring things out. And as I get to know them better, I'd love to hear more about their personal stories because each one is absolutely fascinating. So that was my content tonight, which was really just an update. And to say that I've taken them all as an example. And I think that besides updates on thank you, Ren. You're right. Subscribe. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel.
You don't want to miss it.
Mm-hmm. And I do think we're going to start moving we're going to give the updates because we're in the case. I'm in it, guys. I'm in it.
We're going to.
All the players. I pay attention. I channel surf. First I only channel surf for dog information. Now it's coming. There's arrests are going to come or another tragedy is going to happen. So let's pray we avoid a tragedy. In the meantime, for the best part of this drama, for the part that people are YouTubers and some of these people are so willing to go on and talk about their evilness and have no shame about it, please look up Enchanted Life Path because he'll explain to you a lot of the symbols and the signs and some of the things that they're doing. And it is just like being in a movie back from the 80s when you would walk in and you'd go in the room with the teacher and the teacher would show you all the signs and symbols and you'd be like, or the person in the movie be like, oh, I'm not really crazy. This is happening. And then you could be like another YouTuber and found bones and fall down when she went in the woods with the really bad guy. And I love you all. I'm just poking fun. May Doug always poke fun because his sense of humor, that man would have a million more subscribers if he just does comedy because he's quick like this. He's just, you know, when somebody has that comedic ability.
Yeah.
So, and Doug from No Thanks, man, he really has that quick bam, 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 bam. It's spitting out. So, what do you have?
Well, nothing. I came on to get caught up about what's going on with the case and spend some time with the YouTube community because I couldn't talk. And then I was driving all over God's green earth, God's cold earth, and now I'm here.
Being a sports mom.
No, gosh, yeah.
And True Crime Exposed has asked for you to come up on the panel a couple times while you haven't been with us. He mentioned your name last night in True Crime Exposed. And then this morning, I got up and I turned on YouTube to have coffee. And there was Nicole's face and my face right there in the news feed concerning the last time we were on with about 500 views. So I humbly thank anybody that is watching the channel. I didn't watch it all the way through because it caused me a lot of anxiety to see my face up on YouTube. It's very different when you're sitting here just behind the camera. And of course, we're not looking at chats with 5 and 1,000 people, though I hope to be. But, you know, we set out to do this over a year to kind of make our mistakes, fall down, figure out our niche. I know the dogs are my niche, but I don't know exactly where this channel is going. I don't think I'm meant to do true crime. I am passionate about helping the guys save the kids. So I don't know exactly what the niche is, but, you know, my own personal life, this is distracting. You know, it's an avenue. It's an avenue, and we want to monetize. We really want to make a great show for you. We really want to bring you amazing content.
And if there's content you want to see and have a discussion on, you could leave it in the comments so we can look at it.
Good one, Nicole. What do you think? Right. And, you know, I put the StreamYard thing in there, so if anybody does want to come on, some of these YouTubers do lives for hours. I mean, I think I'd have to be really sick and just want to be in front of the computer all day. I don't know how they make their living off of YouTube for hours. And I guess once you have a certain amount of subscribers to your content and your channel, and with the ad revenue and a couple other things, you can make, you know, you don't have to be an influencer or anything like that. Couple things. One, if you want a really great education, you need to go to YouTube. The behavioral panel and their body language content is an education that is absolutely worth paying for. And they are the only ones that I pay a full fee to be in their private group because their educational content is incredible. Chris McDonough from the interview room, if you're not learning from him, you shouldn't be watching him because he is teaching you thought patterns and how the actual brain works and how to see signs of deception. He is unbelievably fascinating. I put the link in again, guys, if anybody does want to come in and chat.
I kind of have to get off and go to bed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You getting up early tomorrow?
I get up early every day, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why I said that. It's true. Every day is a work day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all right. So yeah, that's what I have to say. And the YouTube community, if you choose to be a part of it, is wonderful. And tell us what you think. Tell us what you'd like to hear about. Is there because Nicole brings so much to the table. Oh, I didn't put it in chat. Nicole brings so much to the table with her education with children, and I bring so much to the table with the education with the dogs. And children and dogs, we believe, go hand in hand. On dogs are in therapy, and children, especially if they've had to live through a situation like Summer Wells, dogs were the best part. Dogs were her best part. Dogs were her best friends, and they were her comfort. So we'll figure it out, guys, as we're totally figuring out our niche. In the meantime, it ain't over in Summer Wells until it's over, and I will continue to bring you updates. But we are going to take Doug's and everybody's lead, and we're going to switch up the content back to being what a little bit it needs to be, and we're going to bring some light and some laughter into this because it's getting a little heavy, even for me.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll still do the updates because it's not like I can jump out of it. This case is just going to start getting concluded, and I'm just like Gabby Petito. I'm in it to see it finished.
Yes.
But I'm going to leave it to the pros that I know that are out there, and let these other guys, bad guys, you're going to lose. That's all I got to say. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. And these are real bad guys. Okay? These are real bad guys. Some people should never be free, and these guys are real bad guys. So, and it goes way deeper than I can even. So, checking out on a Monday night from What's Up Dog, and thank you to Rosanna Donna for always being an influence and comedian to me. Night, Ren. Night, Nicole.
Night.
Yeah, everybody, drop a comment. Make it nice. Don't come
Subscribe. Subscribe. Make it nice.
Bye.